Thought I was back checking there, kind of hit their D-man's top of his stick and got a good break.
Just seemed like that. It was just, I guess, I don't know, so close to being a play where they're going to strip the puck there and go the other way. I guess you got to take advantage of the break there.
Oh, for sure. That's hockey. It's you get the bounces, you got to capitalize, and that's part of it. So we'll take it.
Did you like the response, obviously, after the game the other night?
For sure. Yeah, obviously wasn't our best game the other night, but at the same time, we just got to control the controllables one night at a time, and every game's still important. So tonight was a huge win.
Drew this morning said that you addressed it and then quickly moved on. Is that kind of the way it had to be approached there, and not sit back and dwell on it, I guess?
For sure. Yeah, there's no time to sit and sulk here at this time of year. Every game's important, and we just got to keep controlling our wins here.
Yeah, good response by the team and the group, and everyone dug in tonight, and they're a good team, obviously, with a high-end skill, and everyone had to bring their A game and best effort tonight, and it's a good response for sure, and now it's time to dig in and keep on pushing forward.
As captain, do you address the group and quickly move on from it when you guys came in today at all?
Yeah, I mean, there was busy day at the morning, busy day at the rink, just leave it at that. Obviously a lot of unhappy people with internally in the locker room and as an organization. So like I said, we're still in the fight, we're in the battle, and we're just gonna, it's nice to see that we got a response and there's no quit this team, and we understand we're gonna need some help along the way, but it's nice to see that guys aren't folding and keep on digging into the end.
What did you think of the response tonight in general?
I thought it was a good response, and quite frankly, when we've played a poor game, we've responded pretty well in that instances. So I'm not surprised of the response, and I thought we worked to get that game. Like it wasn't going to be an easy game, and I thought our guys, we worked our way through it. So I was proud of them in that sense, because it was a tough game early on. I thought we held a really good hockey team, at least for the most part of the game, to limited chances and some high-end skilled players. I thought it got after they scored the second goal there, we were on our heels a little bit, but we found a way to get through that period and then get into overtime and get the extra point. So moving forward now, it's what for us it's always what's next for us now. So we've had a good game here tonight. We bounced back well. Now we have to have a response when we go into Nashville.
What gave you enough confidence to challenge the goal, the Fusion Hockey?
We just felt that his path through Binner's, I guess it was his blocker side, that opened Binner up where he wasn't able to be able to recover and make that with his goal stick to be able to make that save. So that was our thought process there.
Did you get a good look at the Toropchenko one that they challenged?
Yes, yeah. I was a little bit surprised on that challenge.
That they challenged it?
Yes, yeah.
Drew, two big goals by Brayden tonight.
Yeah.
It's your first year kind of operating day to day with him as your captain. What have you seen from him recently in terms of trying to will this team in?
Yeah, really proud of his response here tonight, and being his I think it's his 500th game as a St. Louis Blue here tonight. And the performance that he had, scoring the two goals. Really proud of him, and he's been in the league for a long time, but I think it's a different animal when you become a captain of a team, and there's a lot to learn. It's like being a young player again, to be quite honest with you. I've been in that situation at different levels, at the pro and junior, and there's a learning curve. And I think he's handled it very well, but it takes time. It takes time to become a good captain and a good leader in the National Hockey League, and but he's doing all the right things, and tonight was certainly an example of his leadership skills.
I know you can see everything that happens in the locker room, but did you notice anything since the San Jose loss that he did to try to steer people in the right direction?
Not that I could speak on, Jeremy, no.
What did you like about that line in general tonight?
I mean, I think the whole purpose for me was to, again, become a better defensive team for tonight. You know, and I, you know, when they started double shifting, you know, the McDavid line and putting Draisaitl together, I was able to, you know, I was comfortable with having three lines out, you know, and I didn't have to, you know, check them against, you know, have Robbie out there all the time. And you know, so I felt like all three lines that had to play against them played them well. And they seemed to have energy playing against them. And you know, we didn't lose our legs trying to chase a matchup.
Was that Schenn line in particular, though? I mean, did they just create ozone time as well?
Yeah, they did. I thought Kapanen had a real good game here tonight. Like, I thought that's probably one of the strongest games he's had for me. I loved his energy. I loved the way he was skating. You know, I thought Hayes was strong on pucks down low and made it difficult on the defense. And then obviously with Schenn and his ability tonight to be able to score and finish on those opportunities that he had on the power play, and then, you know, the shorthanded, not shorthanded, but you know, odd man rush, you know, with the play from Cappy was, you know, very important for us.
Looking back at this morning, what impact do you think the conversations that you guys had as a team had on kind of the response you had tonight?
I don't know. Like, I think, listen, like we, as a group, you know, we were embarrassed. Like, at the end of the day, when you leave the rink 2 nights ago, you're embarrassed with your performance. You're embarrassed the next day. Like, it wasn't good enough. You know, we owe a lot more to the organization and the fans here than, you know, we showed in that night. And, you know, that's, you know, we expect better of ourselves. And, you know, for me, for the organization and the fans, like, I expect more from my players and my team. And I thought tonight they responded well to what happened 2 nights ago, and now we can move forward on it. And, you know, we got to build on what happened here tonight.
Did you see the energy level go this way after Tucker's fight?
I think so, but I thought the energy was pretty good on our bench. Like, we were a focus group, like, and we knew, I think, what we had to do to have success here tonight and how we put our lineup together to have success, and I thought guys bought into that.
We've talked a lot about Brandon Saad the last few weeks, but just what keeps happening for him to be successful?
Well, I just think he's a veteran player that's been in these situations down the stretch with winning hockey clubs, and, you know, he seems to rise to the occasion in these situations. You know, you don't win Stanley Cups, you know, by a fluke, like, and he's been an important part of teams that won Stanley Cups. So, you know, the expectation for him, you know, and players like that are higher. And again, like, he's been, you know, one of our best forwards probably over the last 3 weeks here, I would think. At least offensively, he's been contributing a lot and scoring big goals again, you know, in Minnesota and again here tonight.
Just got to Tucker, is that just a lot of respect that he gains for doing that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, here's a kid that's, you know, that hasn't played since, and correct me if I'm wrong, Edmonton possibly. When we were in Edmonton, he might have played 1 game in between there, but I could be wrong. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but just continues to work at his game, doesn't complain, just a professional. And, you know, I said about putting him and Scandella, like, we needed more jam in our game, and those guys brought that tonight, and especially Tux and what he did. That's a big, tough man that he fought there tonight, and, you know, I have a lot of respect for what he did.